Good afternoon, everybody. I really hope the wind noise isn't that bad, but so I've been doing a lot of little of everything this weekend. I didn't record much. We'll do a quick recap. Friday, I did a bunch of work on Louis' car, and then I had to work an overnight. I'm still under the weather. I don't know what's going on. I woke up this morning and feel terrible. Yesterday, I started ripping this apart. So this is my new beater. Still waiting on the title from PA. The lady that did the title entered it manually, so it takes way longer. I got the interior all ripped apart. I found out that the roof drain leaked, which is a common issue. I got that fixed yesterday. There's a lot of broken pieces in the interior. We'll go over that later. So this has been sitting. I've been without a vehicle. I've been using my girlfriend's Jeep for work. The rear went out on this. I don't know. I had bad vibration like 2 weeks ago driving it home from work one day. Drove it the next day, drove it home, and then looked into it and then saw that it was in the rear. The whole drive shaft jumps up and down inside the rear. So I'm praying it's just the bearings, and then I can just order new bearings and just rebuild it. I knew the axle seals were leaking. I have new ones in the truck that my girlfriend bought me. So it's on my side, neglect. I don't know. I get lazy when it comes to like my own stuff. But we're gonna have to tear it. I'm gonna pull so I'm not gonna get off topic. I'm gonna pull the diff cover off the truck. I'm gonna climb under there. I'll set you guys up, get some tools. I'm gonna climb under there. I'm gonna pull the diff cover. Try not to make too much of a mess. See exactly what it needs. Just make sure that none of the gears and stuff are all blown out of it. I'm praying that it's just bearings. Cheaper fix. A new bearing kit's like $400 versus if I gotta rebuild the whole rear, it could be almost $1,000. So let's pray. All right, so I already went through and broke all these loose. I just gotta buzz them all off real quick. I'm expecting, because the amount of oil that I see out of the rear on both sides isn't very pretty. Just drying my brakes. But I'm expecting this not to have a lot of fluid in it, but we'll see. Red Loctite, fun, that's why they were such a pain. Hopefully the wind noise isn't bad. It's not really that windy though. So I'm pretty sure this is 11.5-inch rear, which is actually a GM rear. So it's got the 14-bolt cover. I kind of want to crack it loose before I get all the way up, like them all out, because I don't want to get covered in oil today. That doesn't look yummy. Ooh. This drain pan stinks. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. The oil looks yummy. So it's terrible. Maybe one day they'll have like smell-o-vision. And then you guys can smell what I smell. I think that'd be kind of cool. Ugh. It doesn't smell pleasant, that's for sure. Oh. crazy is there's really not a lot of metal in here like I thought. What is going on? There's no chunks of metal or anything, guys. I don't... Sorry. When the old lady texts, and you gotta answer. So everything looks good in here, which is crazy. Like, the pinion, I don't see, like, the pinion gear looks good. I don't know if you guys can really see. Hold on, bear with me. So, as you can tell, like, those gears look good. I don't know if you can see up in there. Yeah, you can. So, my pinion gear looks good. I guess I'm gonna have to set the camera up and put it in gear, I guess. I hope the spool's fine. The rear look, those gears in the spool look good. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a little harder to see. Yeah, those look good. I'm gonna do some investigating and then I'll get back with you guys. I'm gonna try to move some stuff around and look. Alright, so I did some poking around. It looks to me like it just needs bearings. There's no crazy metal, there's no chunks of metal. It's just fine metal shavings, a little bit on the magnet, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna order up a bearing kit. I think I'm gonna get a rear cover also. I don't know if I can get that fill plug out. I tried real quick. I mean, I'll try later. I just bolted it back up just to close it back up. Left the drain pan under it. So we're gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna get back into working on this. Since I fixed the leak, I can start putting this all back together. Parts of the console are broke, which are annoying. I need to go to the junkyard and get. So we're gonna have a junkyard video coming. I gotta adjust the shifter cable, but that's like underneath the car. There's a bunch of little miscellaneous stuff, but what I'm gonna do is I gotta get rid of my garbage, and I need a Red Bull. So I'm gonna run and go do that real quick, and then come back. I guess I'm just gonna put it all back together, even though that the parts are broke. It's the couple pieces that really bother me, like the ashtray area is broke. I can change that with it all back together. It's just on one screw comes out. I can put the visor back in, although it needs visors. That one's missing, and the passenger side's cracked. The mirror, the glove box can go back up. I can clean all this, and then I vacuumed this side. The floor is still pretty. It's drying out. Nah, it's still wet. But that was all a giant puddle. I vacuumed it. I'm gonna vacuum it some more, and leave the car open so it airs out because it's all nasty smelling, and I hate that mildew, moldy, musty smell. But I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'll get back with you guys. Try not to make the videos that boring, but like this is gonna be a fun car to play with. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. It is my beater. When the Civic comes about and that's finally done, and my girl's MK2 is finally done, we're gonna have a lot of fun videos with both those cars beating. I'm gonna beat the living piss out of my car. I'm not gonna lie. I love my Civic. I've always loved it. I had it 5 years now, 6 years, something like that, almost 6 years. It's had multiple different the same B series platform. So like I always was a B16 dude. So it's had multiple B16s. It had an LSV in it. At one point, that didn't last more than 20 minutes on boost. It was a bad motor and knocked on basically startup. It ran for like 10 minutes. And then I sold everything out. Like I beat the living piss out of that car, B series, especially when it was turboed. Maybe I'll insert some clips of the car doing burnouts in the beginning of the video on my old setup, or insert it here. I'll do that for you guys, but I'm gonna do this and then get back, and then I don't know if you guys want to see it, but I'll show a little bit of after the car's back together and stuff, and then we'll do a walk around. Like, it needs a bumper. Both headlights are kind of messed up. I'm gonna try to find those in the junkyard, but it's just like a little miscellaneous stuff. Oh, and if any of you guys are interested, please trade me. So we got some 17s that are plasti dipped. They're FF7s. They got 4 really good, like almost brand new tires on them. They're all seasons. I don't even know what size they are. Hold on. 225/50 17s. I'm not a big fan of them. I'd rather stocks. So if maybe you guys want, and you guys got some stocks, hit me up, and maybe we can trade them or something. I don't know. But like I said, it's like so much stupid stuff that's wrong with this car. All right, let me go do that. All right, so we're back in the car. This is still wet from before, but I got it all vacuumed, nice and clean. It's not perfect. The seats I gotta pull, but they're a pain in the butt. I vacuumed down there best I can, but like, look how nasty this kid was. Look at the floors. Completely trashed. There's like, I used to smoke cigarettes for, I don't know, like 10 years, something like that. Maybe more. Probably more. I think it was like 12 years or something like that. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I used to smoke cigarettes and my cars never looked like this. That's the dirtiest my car ever gets. And that's because it's winter time. Like, I need to clean that, and it stays clean all summer. I'm a freak when it comes to like this stuff. Like, I like my car, at least the inside. Like, I don't really, like the outside, yes, I do care about, but the inside, like, I care more about because I spend all my time in there. But this is completely trashed. It's disgusting. There's just so much wrong, and it's like little stuff that's stupid, like most of you guys wouldn't care about, but I care about. Like, the clips for this, they're broken and missing. I need to get this, but that's part of this upper column. I put the boost gauge in it. It actually lights up to like the same color as the car. I don't know if it would. I'll have to give you a nighttime shot, but it lights up the same colors like the dash lights. Like, this is cracked. I don't know how like that got burnt. This is cracked in here. This is all broken in here. It was all filled with cigarette ash. I vacuumed it out the best I can, so I need to get a new one of this whole centerpiece. I'm gonna put the double tin from the hatch in here. The ashtray is completely blown apart and broken and disgusting, and that's like after I scraped it. I'm not putting this back in the car. There's like a little cubby for the back. It's broke. This is all like trashed and nasty. So I gotta like, I have to pull this seat because it's really gross under here and scrub it. It's so disgusting. Like, and then like these little clips, I have the one there, but it doesn't stay on. The headliner is like trashed, but whatever. Like, how do you break this? How do you break that? So I need this visor. That one's completely missing. I gotta put this back up. So I just been like sitting here vacuuming at least this side. Like, I got the front and back decently clean. I'm gonna put this back. I started putting some of the interior pieces back together. I popped the radio out. I put this whole under bezel back on. This is all one piece. I put this on. I put the shifter back in. I'm leaving the ashtray out because I'm replacing it. Oh no, I forgot to dig out. Oh, it's right there. I gotta run this through. Let's see if I can get it without pulling half the car apart to do it. Like, the way they assemble everything from Volkswagen is really annoying. Like, everything ties into everything. And it's all torque, which is whatever. There we go. But everything ties in with everything. Like, This piece is all one piece, and you can't get this round out without pulling this and this. But you got to pull this to pull this to pull, and then you got to pull this, and then this doesn't come out. It's one piece, and because you have to disconnect these cables off the back, makes it a pain. So I just leaned it forward. To get this out is a nightmare. This has you have to unscrew this, and it clips into this metal bar. Well, this metal bar moved, so it was a nightmare. And then this, it's just broken. This was probably the hardest piece to get out of the whole interior that I worked on. I'm just waiting for my girl and her son to show up. I'm gonna set him up with his little Power Wheels 4-wheeler up on the deck. I just run like old batteries that we found at my girl's house for like old YOB drills. So I got them charging in the house. So I gotta set that up because they're gonna be here soon. And I don't know how much more I'm gonna film. I might get a couple clips of him like riding around. But other than that, I don't know. It's so disgusting. I'm like disgusted. This is just from basically like touching stuff in the car. It's gross. But I'm gonna keep putting around, and then I'll give you guys an update, and let you guys know where I left off. Truck. Always let me down. Alright, so I gotta figure out why it does this. I have a check engine light for O2. I gotta replace it. Beg 2. Runs lean. This gauge works. It says I'm pushing 15. It's so annoying though. Do a little pull. I gotta change that O2 sensor. It's putting me in lit mode like a motherfucker. I gotta go through the brakes. They're horrible on this. Come on, seriously, this shifter's annoying. Yep, lit mode. See if we get it to throw other codes. That's what I'm trying to do. It's also running on like 2-year-old gas. Yep, lit mode. Whatever. Black squirrel. How often do you see a black squirrel?